Hi, everybody. Welcome to the YouTube video for week 15. I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. And we are now moving into the final exam phase of our syllabus. You still have your compare and contrast essay to finish. Let me bring up the syllabus here. Do share screen. Okay. It's bigger. There. So as I've been telling you, now some of you have not submitted your first draft for the compare and contrast essay yet, and you really need to get that in because I can make comments on it and help you with it. As I've been stressing, your final exam is a compare and contrast essay, so you really need to get good at it. Many of you have turned in your first drafts. Thank you. I've started to mark them. I marked a couple already. Please, the rest of you, get them in as soon as possible. Because it will help you greatly in writing the revision, which is due on December 12th. That's worth, as with the argumentative, it's worth over 11% of your grade. It's a big chunk. So keep that in mind. The only thing that's bigger besides the argumentative essay and compare contrast essay is the final exam, which is worth 20% of your grade. So we're going to spend a couple of weeks here preparing for the final. I have posted, let me bring up Blackboard here. I have posted on Blackboard, we are going to be practicing with the fall 2020 final exam. So I've told you this before, but let me review it. There is a long essay and a short essay for the final exam, and you do a compare and contrast of the two essays. So I have posted on Blackboard this is actually a web link. This is the long essay, Medication Nation. It's a pretty hefty. It's not that long. It's not like Onion's essay, right? And then I've also posted. This is a PDF. This is the short essay and the prompt, okay, and the writing prompt. So the way this works, and once again, let's go back to the syllabus. The way it's going to work when you actually take the final is you will receive they say 5 to 7 pages. It might be a little longer than that, but you will receive the long essay. Should be the first week of December. As soon as I get it, I will get it to you. You will read that essay for Tuesday, and really, you can have until Thursday if you want, because I'm not allowed to discuss this essay with you. All right, so you will read it, and then in the Zoom class on Thursday the 9th, I will break you off into breakout rooms, and you will discuss the essay without me listening. Okay. Then, I'm told by the English department, on reading day or around reading day, which is the 14th, you will receive the short essay and the writing prompt, just like that PDF document that I just showed you. All right. So then and again, I'm told, and I'll have definite information for you soon about this, but I'm told you'll have until the 21st. All right. So really, if you were taking this class in person, you would be writing an in-class essay. You would have 2 hours. All right. This is going to be more like an essay assignment. You'll have, if and again, I can't promise you, but if it goes the way I've been told, you would have about a week to write your final exam essay. All right. So there are advantages to that. But I'm going to mark it. I would give you more leeway if you had an in-class essay, because it's a different environment, more stressful environment. You don't have access to any other materials. So I'll hold you to a somewhat higher standard on this essay than I would for an in-class essay. But don't sweat that too much. I'm very fair with the marking, all right? So, but yes, so you will have about if it goes as I'm told, you'll have about a week to write your response. So that's what's going to happen with the real essay, okay? With the real final exam. So now we're going to, well, we're not going to quite duplicate that process, but we'll try to get close anyway. So you're going to read, actually, I'm sorry. The Adobe Acrobat was better there. Hold on a second. Let's go back. So you're going to read, I'm going to have you read them both at once, but I want you to read the long one first, the way you would for the real final. Right? Read the long one first, Medication Nation, and then read the short one, Generic Drugs, the same but not. Now, what I'm going to have you do is, and I've already posted this. This is Friday. I've already posted the discussion board prompt for Tuesday, and I want you to do an analysis as you did for the Venn diagram and for the thesis statement assignment for the compare and contrast essay. I want you to find similarities and differences in these two essays, and I want you to write those down in your discussion board post, and also why you think they're important. Okay. So this discussion board post will be different than what we have normally done. All right. This is also your last discussion board post, by the way. So there you go. All right. And also, because this is so different, there won't be a response on Wednesday, right? So you're just gonna, in fact, let me show you. I posted it here. Let me show you. Under discussion board, right here. This is the discussion board assignment. So read this, it explains it all. It's like doing a Venn diagram, but without the Venn diagram, because you're doing it on discussion board. So so find the similarities and the differences, and there's a little more to it, because I want you just to state why you think that those similarities and differences are important. And why do I say that? Because if we go back to the prompt, so let me show you. Yeah, let me show you the prompt. This is the prompt from last fall. All right. We're gonna go over this on Thursday. I'll have somebody read it. All right. But just so briefly, so you're writing a unified essay, compare and contrast what each writer says about drugs, what conclusions do the authors draw, or the larger implications. Be sure your thesis statement includes the main similarities and or differences between the two texts, and why those similarities or differences are important. Okay. So that's the prompt, that's the assignment. So that's why so what you're going to do on Thursday then is I'm going to have you write thesis statements and maybe an outline. I haven't developed the breakout room assignment yet, but you'll be developing a thesis statement, and then I'm going to give you an opportunity if you want. Oh, I should show you here. So here's the essay. If you want, you can. There's no. I guess I want syllabus. There's no no obligation. You're not required. There's no. You're not going to earn any points for submitting the practice final exam, right? But the advantage to you is that I'm going to look over it and I'm going to give you suggestions on how you might improve. I mean, you don't have to revise it or anything, but just to give you ideas to help you when you're actually writing your final, all right? Because again, I'm not allowed to discuss the final with you anyway, all right? I mean the specific final for this fall, right? I'm not allowed to discuss that. Okay. So, but let me go here now. It's going to be a compare and contrast, just like the one you're working on now. A couple of you had a little trouble with this diagram, and I can understand why. This terminology, and this is used almost everywhere I looked on the internet for other people's ways of explaining this. They all seem to use the same terminology. There's subjects and there's points. All right. You can even have we're doing a point by point essay. You can even have a subject by subject essay, right? Where you have 2 big paragraphs, subject 1, subject 2, and then you cover the points. You can actually have 6 paragraphs if you want to. So anyway, so again, once again, the subjects are the 2 things you're comparing. So for our final exam, for our practice final exam, as well as for the real final exam, our 2 subjects are going to be medication nation and generic drugs. And then you're going to find 3, or for the discussion board, you find more than 3. There are 3 points, or I like the word topics better, but everybody calls them points. I don't, so what can I do? 3 points, okay? 3 topics that are covered in both essays, and there may be similarities, there may be differences, right? And so that's how this is organized. So a couple of you thought that this meant that these were only differences. I'm not sure how you came to that conclusion, but these paragraphs can be either similarities or differences. All right. You could have 2 differences, like difference 1, difference 2, and 1 similarity. You have 1 difference and 2 similarities. You wouldn't really want to have 3 differences or 3 similarities, because I mean, well, yeah, I mean, unless there really is nothing, but that's not going to happen in an assignment like this, So these can be these paragraphs can be either similarities or differences, and then the rest of it, the conclusion, just as it's been in the other essays we've done, and then here, so yeah, you hook the reader in your introduction, and then you give background on the 2 subjects. So for our practice, it will be medication nation, generic drugs. And then you will state in your thesis statement what we are doing on Thursday will be developing thesis statements from the points that you come up with for your discussion board post. And again, well, and all this stuff is on Blackboard. I gave you these example thesis statements. So you can see here, each of these statements, it states the 2 subjects, the 3 points, all right? And it gives an idea of why they're significant or important, all right? That's what you're going to be doing for your final. The prompt does not stipulate, how many paragraphs. I'm going to say we're going to make this a 5-paragraph essay. We're all familiar with it. All right, so you're going to have 3 points. This is what we've done, and we did this for the argumentative essay too. We had the 3 issues, right? So introduction, then bam, 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 3 body paragraphs. That will be what I will require for the final exam. Right. I see that I'm running out of time here. We're going to cover all this on Thursday again, and you'll have your breakout room exercise. Until then, please, those of you who have not handed in the first draft of the compare and contrast, please do. And any questions, concerns, please come to office hours, email me. I will have office hours this coming Tuesday the 30th and December 2nd, Thursday. So please get in touch with me. I'm here to help you, and we'll get you through the final exam. All right, I'll do the best I can to get you through the final exam. So, all right. Bye bye for now. I'll see you soon.